Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine and are doing well. We have completed the 7th chapter, that is geometry. We learned that geometry is another branch of mathematics. Now this is the mind map of the chapter. So let's revise the chapter with the help of a mind map. We started the chapter geometry by learning about the term angles. We learned that an angle can be formed using two rays, right? Now the rays are known as the arms of an angle, and in an angle we also have the vertex. So here we have an angle PRM. So PR and RM are the arms of the given angle, and R is the initial point or the vertex of the given angle. So the vertex is the joining point between the two arms of an angle. The next topic that we learned was how to name an angle. Now there are three ways to name an angle. The first way is where you use the capital letters to name an angle. Now here we have the angle PQR. So you can name this angle as PQR, or you can also name this angle as RQP. While naming the angle, you should always remember that the name of the vertex should always be in the center. It cannot come on any one end of the name. The second way to name an angle is by using the numbers. So you can use number 1, 2, 3 and so on to name an angle. Last way is to use the small letters to name an angle. The next topic that we learned was how to measure an angle. Now in this topic we use the protractor. Now this is a protractor. A protractor is in a shape of a semicircle. We learned that a protractor has two lines. One is the inner line, one is the outer line. So while you are measuring an angle, you always refer to the inner circle, and the measure goes from 0 degree to 180 degree. Now here we have an angle XYZ. To measure the angle, you will place your protractor on the given angle. Now the baseline of the protractor should overlap with the base arm of the given angle. Now wherever the second arm overlaps with any measure on the protractor, that is the given measure of the angle. So here the arm is overlapping 120 degree. So you will write 120 degree on the inner side. This means angle XYZ is equal to 120 degree. The next topic that we learned was types of angles. Now there are 6 types of angles. First is an acute angle. Now an acute angle is always less than 90 degree. The second type is right angle. A right angle is always equal to 90 degree. Third is obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is always more than 90 degree, but it is less than 180 degree. The fourth type of angle is reflex angle. A reflex angle is always more than 180 degree, but it is less than 360 degree. The next is a straight angle. A straight angle is a straight line which represents 180 degrees. So a straight angle is always equal to 180 degree. And the last type is a complete angle. A complete angle forms a complete 360 degree. The next topic that we learned was construction of angles. Now as we used a protractor for measuring an angle, similarly we use a protractor for construction of angles. So here you will be given an angle, the measure will be given, you will be using a protractor to draw or construct the given angle. The next topic that we learned was types of lines. Now there are 3 types of lines: coplanar lines, parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Now coplanar lines are all types of lines which come under the same plane. Next we have parallel lines. Now two parallel lines can never intersect each other even if you are pulling or extending them up to infinity. So here we have two parallel lines, AB and CD. The third type of line is perpendicular lines. Now perpendicular lines are always intersecting each other at 90 degree angle, and this is the symbol used to represent perpendicular lines. So here we have RM perpendicular to PQ. The next topic that we learned was about polygons, and under that we learned about different types of polygons. We learned about the polygon triangles into details, and under that we learned that how triangles are classified on the basis of their side and on the basis of the angles. And last we learned about circles and its parts. So let's look into the topic of triangles into detail. Okay, so under polygons we learned about triangles. Now triangle is a three-sided polygon. So here we have a triangle XYZ. In a triangle there are three sides and three vertices and three angles. So in the given triangle the three sides are XY, YZ and ZX. The three vertices are X, Y and Z, and the three angles are angle X, angle Y and angle Z. Now when you are naming a triangle, you can name the triangle in any order. So you can name it as XYZ or YZX or ZXY. The next topic that we learned was how we can classify triangles on the basis of their sides and on the basis of their angles. So when we look at the classification of the triangles on the basis of the sides, there are three types of triangles: equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle. Now what are the properties of an equilateral triangle? An equilateral triangle has all the three sides as equal. So here an LM and MN and NL are equal to each other, and all the angles of an equilateral triangle are equal to each other, and they are further equal to 60 degree. So angle L is 60, angle M is 60 and angle N is 60 degree. The next is isosceles triangle. Under isosceles triangle, we learn that a triangle which has two sides equal is known as isosceles triangle, and the angles opposite to the equal sides are also equal. So here in triangle LMN, side LM is equal to side LN, and angle M and angle N are equal to each other. The third type is scalene triangle. A scalene triangle has the sides which are of unequal length. So here in triangle LMN, LM, or we can say side LM is not equal to side MN, which is further not equal to side NN. Now let's talk about the triangles on the basis of their angles. So under this classification we have three types of triangles: acute angle triangle, right angle triangle and obtuse angle triangle. Now acute angle triangle, the name itself explains that all the angles will be acute angles. That means they will be less than 90 degrees. So here in triangle ABC, angle A, angle B and angle C will be less than 90 degree. Next we have right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, one angle is equal to 90 degree and the remaining two angles will be less than 90 degree. That means they will be acute angles. So here in triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree and angle A and angle C will be less than 90 degree. Now the third type is obtuse angle triangle. In an obtuse angle triangle, any one angle is an obtuse angle. That means it will be more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, and the remaining two angles will be acute angles. So here in triangle ABC, angle B is 130 degree and angle A and angle C will be less than 90 degree. Now, when we talk about triangles and the angles in a triangle, we also learn that all the angles, when you find the sum of the angles of a triangle, it is always equal to 180 degree. So suppose here in a triangle there are three angles L, M and N. So angle L plus angle M plus angle N will be equal to 180 degree. So if you have the measure of any two angles, you can always find the measure of the remaining third angle. Now after learning about triangles in detail, we learned about circle and its part. We learned that a circle is a closed figure which is made up of infinite number of points. Now the boundary of the circle is known as circumference of the circle, and a circumference is formed by joining n number of points on the circle. Next we have center. Now the center of the circle is a point which is equidistant from all the points on the circle. Here we have named the center as A. Next we have radius. Now the radius of a circle is the distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circumference of the circle. Now all the radii are of equal length. In singular we say radius, but when we talk about plural it is termed as radii. So here we have a radius AB. We can also say that there is another radius AQ. Next we have diameter. The diameter is the distance between any two points on the circle and it should always pass through the center of the circle. So here PQ is the given diameter and it passes through the center A. Next we have arc. Now an arc of the circle is a part of the circumference. So we can say that here ROM is an arc representing the given circle. Next we have chord. Now a chord is the distance between any two points on the circle. So here we have a chord LN. Now it is not necessary that it should pass through the center of the circle. So when a chord passes through the center of the circle, it is also termed as diameter. So we can say that diameter is the largest chord of the circle. Now after learning about parts of the circle, you also learn how to construct a circle. Now for construction of a circle, you need a compass, your ruler and your pencil. So when you are constructing a circle, the measurement given to you is either the radius or the diameter. So when you have the measurement for radius, you can directly start constructing your circle. But if you get the measurement of diameter, you first find your radius from the given diameter. We learn that diameter is 2 times of the radius, or you can say that radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. So first you will find the measure of your radius and then you will construct the circle. So students, I hope you have understood the concepts of geometry. Practice the questions which are given in your textbook. I will see you in the next interactive session. Thank you and have a nice day.